cash. And tonight, Oakland pastor was held up and he was robbed of all his jewelry and cash. And tonight he says he isn't going to stand by and let that go. KPIX5's Ann Notarangelo on how this preacher's message has moved from the pulpit to the streets in a story you'll see only on 5.
They could be grieving today. They could be grieving.
Pastor Cornell Wheeler is counting his blessings. He's out $8,000 in jewelry, some of it seen here in this YouTube video, and $300 in cash. But as he puts it, he's lived another day.
When I was giving him the jury, I told him I was a pastor. I believe that's the only reason why they didn't shoot me.
Last night after church, he stopped for dinner at Lena's Soul Food Cafe in Oakland, where he seems to know everyone. As he got into his car,
when I get 1 foot in, then this guy comes from across the street and approached me, and he had the gun down like this with his hand on top of the gun and said, "Give me your money and give me your jewelry."
Other people witnessed the armed robbery but didn't realize it because the suspects were so close, as if they knew him.
Middle 30s, early 40s, these were not youngsters. We can't blame it on them this time. These were some guys that knew what they were doing. They were well skilled. They weren't sloppy. So this lets me know they have done this many times before.
But it was a first for him, and his only thoughts were his family and friends and wondering if he'd get out alive.
While Pastor Wheeler says he is strong, he's also cautious and asked us not to reveal the name of his church. He doesn't want to make it easy for these guys to find him again.
He's only 43, but talks about the old days.
It's not about being a hard-working American citizen to go put in some hours at a job to get an honest pay, to do what it is that I need to do to take care of my family. It's who can I take from that?
Wheeler says he's learned to pay better attention to even familiar surroundings, and all that jewelry he saves for weekends and special occasions.
I'm going to tone it down some more. Tone it down so just be bare knuckles, bare hands.
This isn't what he meant when he recently said he would take his ministry to the streets, but this forced his hand. After all, this is the city he grew up in and the city he still loves. You don't give up on anybody or anything, do you?
I cannot afford to. I would not be able to believe the word that I preach.
In Oakland, Ann Notarangelo, KPIX 5.
Pastor says he wants to see those robbers caught, saying it's important that they get a grip on what they did.